Hi, I'm Gil Friedlander. I'm co-founder and CEO of Tawkon. We're bringing you today a webisode of 3 Israeli outstanding companies, all solutions addressing the consumer market. Israel is known for having some very strong technology companies, but lately you can see more and more companies going into consumer and doing a pretty good marketing job addressing global worlds. I will bring you today 3 examples of these companies. The first one today is Fooducate, and I'm here with Chemi Weingarten, Fooducate CEO. Hi, Chemi.
Hi, great to be here.
Great to have you. So tell me a few words about Fooducate.
Fooducate is the global nutrition advisor helping people choose healthy food for their families and themselves.
Perfect. And how does this work? How does this application or solution reaches the consumer?
So what we have right now is an app for iPhone and for Android. By the way, our iPhone app was the best health app of the year on the iTunes store. The app basically lets you walk into a supermarket, and when you see a product that you think might be healthy, you can scan its barcode and it will tell you the truth. Meaning, it will analyze the ingredients and the nutrients and give you a letter grade. I can show you a demo, a brief demo here if you hold the mic. So let's say I'm at the supermarket and this is the product and it looks healthy to me because there are pictures of cranberries and almonds. I'm going to scan the barcode, and instantly what I see is a nutrition dashboard that shows me the letter grade, A, B, C, or D, and only got a C here, which means it's not healthy. I can see some explanations about it. For example, that it has a lot of sugar in it and that it has some controversial additives. And the coolest thing is that I can click a button to see healthier alternatives. We've got over 200,000 products in our database, and it's growing daily.
Perfect. And are you focusing on a specific geographical market or a specific consumer market?
Well, you probably heard in my accent, it's not a typical Israeli one. I'm actually half American. I was born here in Israel, but I grew up in the US, and actually after I sold my first company, I moved again to the US and lived in California where my kids were born. So this is our target market right now, the United States, but we're definitely planning on expanding to the rest of the Western world. Obesity, diabetes, these are all diseases of the Western world and the Western diet, not just the US.
Great, and tell me a little bit, how did you come up with this idea? What really incentivized you to come up with Fooducate?
It's actually a funny story, or maybe a sad story. As I mentioned, my kids were born in the US, and when they were little babies, my wife brought home a glow-in-the-dark yogurt one day. It was strawberry flavored, and it was so bright that for the first time in my life, I felt compelled to read the ingredient list just to understand what made it so bright. And I discovered an artificial color called red number 40. It's a synthetic dye that is a petroleum derivative. It's banned in Europe, but in the US it's considered safe, even though there are studies that have shown that it can kill rats, cause tumors, and cause hyperactivity in children. So I said, no way do I want my kids to eat food like that. And that started a long research project that ended up becoming Fooducate.
So the solution is free for the end user. What is your plan? How are you going to monetize or generate revenue?
We're actually generating revenue already, and hopefully by Q1 we'll be break even. The revenue comes from several sources. First of all, we have premium features of the app, which are sold for $5. For example, an allergy version for people that have peanut allergy or gluten intolerance. We also have deals for promoting healthy products directly with brands, and we've had success there, including repeat customers. And lastly, and most interesting, is working with the healthcare industry. The costs of healthcare have gone so high that insurance companies and employers are looking for ways to keep their members or employees healthy through prevention. So if we can help the members or the employees eat more healthfully, over the course of time they'll be sick less, they'll gain less weight, they won't get all these food-related diseases. It's a worthwhile investment for them. So on all 3 fronts we're generating revenue, and hopefully it'll be much larger next year.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Tell me a bit about the challenges, your experience of targeting North American market, being a bit remote from the market itself.
So actually, Fooducate is the classic 2 feet, one on each continent model. So our development and operation team, our data team is here in Tel Aviv, but our marketing and sales is in the U.S. So I'm there, I'd say, if you'd ask my wife, she'll tell you I'm there most of the time. I'm probably there not enough. We have some people on the ground in the U.S. helping us. It's definitely a challenge, but if you think about the cost of having an R&D team in Silicon Valley or in New York City, sometimes it's worth it because you can find great talent here in Tel Aviv, sometimes for a much lower cost. You don't have to compete with the Googles and the Facebooks of the world.
Perfect. And what is next for Fooducate? What are your plans for the near future?
We're constantly evolving our offering and trying to tweak it to what consumers need. In January, we plan to launch a few interesting revisions and features based on feedback we've gotten from customers. And we have a few more major partnerships that will be announced sometime early next year. So lots of good things.
Great, Chemi. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to download the Fooducate on the App Store or Google Play. And great to have you with us today. Thanks a lot.
Nice to be here.